Hello everyone, good morning. I am back on Trump's Health Watch with through the journey through the tarot. I hope you guys are all learning. I'm learning myself. I'm always learning. It's been 35 years and I don't stop learning. So Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. How's it gonna go? Donald John Trump. There. Ooh. On the wrong side of the Wheel of Fortune today. Oops, hold on, let me bring it up a little bit. I forgot I switched decks in my cameras. Yeah, there we go. Move my center point here. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune reversed. Now the first card is the forces in motion for the entire day. So with Wheel of Fortune coming in reversed, this is our card for being kind of stagnant and stuck in vicious circles of bad choices. You know, this is our free will card. So because it's ruled by Jupiter, we're talking excesses. And he's definitely he doesn't eat well, we just know. And he could. One of you gals put in a comment that he could have a personal chef and have meals tailored to his personal, chemistry, like blood type diet or something. He could live a really healthy life, but he doesn't. He loves his McDonald's. And yeah, he does that because he's so worried about being poisoned, and he feels it's all, whatever. Let it go. I don't care. I'm so done. So on the level of health, we're dealing with toxic liver problems, gout, high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and hormonal imbalances. Okay. Now, we know Libby has gotten that he has cirrhosis of the liver, so this would confirm that. And his greatest challenge for today with the Page of Cups, when it comes to health, on its side, well, now here we're talking, because it's a moon in Pisces, so he wants what he wants, right? His childhood issues, especially around, adolescence and teenage years, growing up, it's the teenage angst when it's on its side. That's up. He wants what he wants. He makes the choices he wants, no matter what, to try and get what he thinks he needs, but he doesn't really. So his immaturity and his moodiness, and I don't know that I'd call him passive aggressive, but that can be the case sometimes. Yeah. And I mean, I don't even want to go there, but this is a card of sexual repression. Okay. Let's just do that. That's good enough. It should fit. Okay, now, morning, ruh-roh. Don't have the Ten of Swords, but we have the Ace of Swords. There are big changes that he can't ignore. They have to do with the realm of clear thinking and clarity, the mind, all of that. Maybe he has some focus on communication that he wants to get out there, and maybe he says something stupid because J.D. Vance is already doing that about Biden, and there's that. Now, but on the health level, again, here we are with the sexuality, and also bladder, colon, prostate. I mean, all of that. That's the death card in the tarot because it's ruled by Scorpio. So, yeah. I don't have the Ten of Swords. Not total dirt nap there, but there's the death of clear thinking. That's for damn sure. We know that. We don't need the cards to tell us that. So, Seven of Wands and King of Swords reversed. Okay. This would be around, midday for him. Yeah. Seven of Wands, he's kind of caught off guard. He's needing to stand up for himself. With health, this is another one of my cards for STDs. It's also a card for heart problems and strokes. So yeah, although it's not reversed. Hold on one second. Okay, that's better. I had to get some water. So seven of Wands upright. It's not reversed, so it's not that bad. But he's still, he's kind of off guard, is what I'm feeling. He's having to protect himself on the health levels for some reason or another. He might even be. Well, it's not reversed, so I can't say that he's giving up. Now the King of Swords coming through reversed. Now this is a problem because this is our kidneys and nervous system imbalances. Blood sugar problems. He may have diabetes. He may be in like stage 2, whatever. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going. The Seven of Pentacles. So this would be the evening. More towards evening for him, and 7 and 6 of Pentacles. Okay, well, that's interesting. Still not too bad. They're both upright. Saturn and Taurus rules the jaw. TMJ issues maybe, but again, it didn't come through reverse, so maybe that's not bothering him tonight. Let's see what else. Maybe some neck problems, but I feel like he's looking for payoffs and payouts. I'm not really getting a lot of health there. And same thing with the 6 of Pentacles. He's looking to give to get, acting like he's generous and he's going to share, and nah, he doesn't do that. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just feeling a lot of more like neck and throat issues, but they're not that bad this evening. Okay, later on in the evening, oh, whoa, because we know he stays up very late, probably takes naps and then stays up late, or he just can't sleep. Right? We've gotten that so many times, right? All the insomnia. And of course, you guys are right when you're commenting about how he's being haunted. Yes, absolutely. Okay, the Fool, he's not only just being haunted by people he's done in. When you're that negative, when you're lined up like that, aligned with the dark forces, you attract, a soul will attract a lot of negative specialists that whisper in your ear. They're constantly feeding off of your life force. They're disincarnated, remnants of spirits that won't. They're not allowed to incarnate for a while for some reason or another, or they didn't go. Most likely, when they could have crossed over, they would not go to the light, and then from there, that's the problem, right? It's just, and they're stuck, they're earthbound spirits stuck, and then they attach to humans who will, allow them in, because that's what they go around in. You attract who you are. You attract whatever's inside of you, you attract from the outer realm. So all the work is really meant to be done on the inner realms, and then we magnetize a whole different life experience, because the inner creates the outer. If people would get that instead of they flip it around the wrong way. That's the story of his life. Everything is dependent in the outer world. It's a sad place to be, actually. But he doesn't deserve any better than that. So the Fool reversed is being out of control in the body, very ungrounded, maybe an accident, maybe he falls down literally. And then with the Judgment card, wow, I'm sure that he's not honoring his inner calling. I'm sure that he's not really having any rebirth, unless this is a really bad fall. And these two corner cards here are telling us something new. I mean, normally I have really strict rules when it comes to predicting death with the tarot. I have to get the Ten of Swords or the Four of Swords with the Death card, like right next to it. Or if I were doing a knighting spread, where you knight the cards together. But no. But to have Judgment down here, because Scorpio here, Pluto here, that's intense. Now, sometimes this card is about big health changes. And sometimes they're about time in a hospital. So if he has an accident and a fall, wow, it's not going to be good. I mean, it's going to be a terrible thing. And I remember the cards from yesterday. I know we had the Two of Pentacles somewhere. I just kept feeling like yesterday was all about balance issues and vertigo. So let's see. So this would be the bottom of the deck. So this would be the foundation of the reading. Yeah, I've got the King of Pentacles. It's all about the money. This is a card that has to do with his genetic issues. Somebody who's easy to bribe. Health issues relate to overindulgence and being overweight. It puts a lot of stress on the bones. So, okay. And yeah, jeez, wow. Okay. So family, inheritance, genetic issues, double. What does that tell us? It's easy to remember, but we just have to think back a second and go, oh wait, what did his dad die from? And what were his mother's problems? His mother was crazy. His mother had mental illness and terrible, terrible physical problems. She gave birth to him and like how many other kids too? There were, 4 or 5 kids, I think. So, but anyway, by the time he was born, she was just not well at all. Now, King of Pentacles being Jupiter and Taurus, this is that excess of, wanting all the riches, you want it all for yourself. And then with his inherited family genetics, again, Mercury in Virgo, we're talking the endocrine system again. We're talking digestion, everything that Virgo rules in the body. So, yeah. With this Ten of Pentacles, I'm really feeling like it's more about his ancestry and inherited issues. It didn't come through reversed, so I'm not going to say that, it's that bad. But these two cards are pretty bad. This card's a big change, and we're talking with the mind, big changes mentally. And he already has that genetic predisposition to dementia and Alzheimer's. And then the mental illness from his mother. So there we go. And then again, he's triggered, he's stuck in a vicious circle, and he's triggered, just to summarize, he's triggered in his teenage trauma, which he definitely had coming because all he ever did was traumatize his siblings. But his siblings raised him, He was sent away to military, little military school. Was it? And then he went to Wharton after that, or maybe it was Wharton. I can't remember where he went to go to military school. But he was sent away there because nobody in the family could handle him anymore. And I think he was, yeah, actually I remember now, he was 13. And this goes with his natal chart where he has, actually it's the moon and his south node and down in the fourth house of family. And it's in Sag. And the first time that Saturn, because he has Saturn up here in the 11th, the first time that Saturn made it over here to the fourth and conjuncted his moon, which is hard. Saturn on the moon is hard, especially if you're only 13. That's when he got sent away. So, yeah. Okay, well, that's it. I'm all done. Take good care. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.